Ibra Contractors Limited.
We are the best woman-owned construction firm in Tanzania. I'm proud of it.
We have executed over 300 big projects and we are still counting.
Quality is our mantra.
Our projects include
high-rise buildings,
bungalows,
apartments,
factories,
commercial buildings,
roads,
bridges, and even dams.
You can reach us at
www.ibracontractors.com.
Mrs. Maida Waziri is a woman who dared penetrate a man's world. For over half a century, that is, since Tanzania got independence, the construction industry has been a man's world. Many women are up to today at the lower end of the construction industry supply chain as suppliers, cooks, and sometimes laborers. Very few own their construction business. Mrs. Maida dared to open Ibra Contractors Limited 15 years ago. The company in 2011 was declared the best woman-owned construction company in Tanzania, a position it has continued to hold up to now.
I'll never forget the day I told my friend and relative that I had registered a construction company. Men thought I was mad. With no background in the profession or whatever and no experience, no one encouraged me. I was told I was wasting my money and time. I did not listen to anyone, only my heart and passions. I had seen a need, I had seen business opportunity.
Mrs. Maida Waziri got the taste of entrepreneurship immediately after finishing her O-level at St. Anthony Secondary School, Mbagala in Dar es Salaam.
One of the most difficult decisions I made was in the year 1990 after finishing Form 4. I did not ever wait for my results. I told my brother that my heart was set for business. He wanted me to go for A-level. It took a lot of effort to convince my brother to give me 50,000 Tanzanian shillings to start a business. This by then was about $60 US. I started off with that little amount and think that I have never looked back.
Mrs. Maida's first business was buying and selling second-hand clothes from house to house. She was working for long distances from morning till evening.
Selling mitumba as a hawker was my first business, unlike today. When you have many girls as hawker, in Tanzania we call them machinga. It was crazy in those days for girls to be seen doing that business. In many ways, it shaped me. I would wake up at 4 a.m., do household chores, and by 6 a.m. leave home. I would start off by selling clothes to people at bus stop early in the morning, and they go to work. Many other mitumba sellers would be asleep. From there, I would walk from house to house, and again in the evening go back to a bus stop for final sales of the day. By the close of the day, my legs and my whole body would be aching. But seeing that I was making some profit gave me the strength to wake up early in the following day. Selling mitumba helped me to know the importance of creative thinking in the business and why the needs of customers are the best business opportunities.
The business was doing well, and from the proceeds, Mrs. Maida managed in 1992 to enroll herself at YWCA College for a tailoring course. A year later, she opened a tailoring shop at her father's house. It was not all a bed of roses. She faced many challenges, including lack of proper premises, but she never gave up.
My breakthrough in businesses started when I started making seat cover for the vehicles. I got tender to make cover for vehicles from Tanzania Defense Force, parastatals and governments. When the father of nation, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, passed away, I got a tender of making white seat cover for the government vehicles. That was when I made my first 700,000 shillings. It was my first taste of big business.
The achievement did not come easy. Maida used to wake up at 4 a.m. and would at times sleep past midnight working. She is a firm believer in hard work and working smart.
I am a big dreamer. From the moment I started selling mitumba, I wanted to have a good life and be an employer. My tailoring mat gave me a head start. In those days, after every 2 years, I wanted to start a new business. I went into dairy farming. It was profitable, but not my thing. I gave it up. Then I decided to go and concentrate into public transport. I bought public service vehicles, or as we call them, daladalas. It was very sad. Most of vehicles were involved in accidents. The business collapsed. I went into sea transport. I bought a boat for fishing from Mafia Island to Dar es Salaam. I was the first woman to own fishing boat in Tanzania. The business did not last as I was afraid of waters, and this I was unable to supervise it well.
As a woman always looking for new business opportunities, she would approach owners of buildings that needed renovation, including private and public institutions. That is how Ibra Contractors Limited was born. She started as a Class 7 contractor, and slowly she has risen up to Class 2. She is only one step away from reaching the topmost class in the construction industry. She has been able to win government tenders for constructing roads, buildings, bridges, and dams.
Never want to give up. I could see many buildings were run down, and this irritated me. I saw a business opportunity in that. I started a company for renovating buildings and supplying building materials. I started with Ibra Enterprises and made good money supplying building material of all kinds and doing some renovations. It was their idea of starting professional building construction company started. There has been no turning back.
It has not been an easy ride all the same. Some workers at one time conspired against her and almost bankrupted her. But she is not one to give up. She says no matter what, one must never give up.
From my experience, I have learned that it doesn't matter who you are, your background, your gender. If you believe you can make it, work hard toward your goals, you will surely make it.
Maida is the president of VOWET, a non-governmental organization supporting women entrepreneurship. She also has a passion for helping children born with Down syndrome. She also started Muungano Women's Segerea Circle, a small financial institution that is supporting hundreds of women.
I urge all women not to give up for the excuse of less education. I entered into entrepreneurship with only my O-level education. I have advanced as I move on. You all need to be courageous, focused, and daring to move forward.
Some of the challenges that she faces include failure to be paid by the government on time and also the question of human resources. Another main challenge is the male gender dominance, especially in construction, because people still don't believe that a woman can be able to do such difficult jobs. All the same, her focus has been her customers, and she strives to finish her projects on time.
I can say my achievements are most brought by the efficiency of service delivery in my companies. I put ahead customer satisfaction, and this has enabled me to complete all the projects and contracts I was given, and most by the government.
The company, Ibra Contractors Limited, employs over 300 direct and indirect people.
I was very happy to earn the Best Female Contractor awarded by the President Jakaya Kikwete. It gave me courage and comfort to know that my work has been recognized by the government and the body of contractors, and it encouraged me to work harder. I urge all women to be hardworking and innovative rather than being dependent on their husband's pockets.
Today, Mrs. Maida has moved a notch higher. She has established a holding company, Ibra Africa. The new company has a lineup of new housing estates, some of which are under construction. She also plans to start projects in other East African countries.
My advice to other women entrepreneurs: go for your dreams. Even when you don't have funds, go for a loan. But make sure you have a strategic plan to reach your objectives and avoid misusing such money.
Among her achievements, Mrs. Maida has managed to open 2 companies and also a hardware for making office, domestic, and school furniture. She has also managed to work with foreigners in her construction company, which has motivated her to know that her work has been acknowledged within and outside Tanzania. She has also been able to buy modern building equipment, which has greatly enhanced her work.